Good afternoon. We're up at the holding yard. It smells like gym socks, and that would be because of the goldenrod. There's your goldenrod there, all those yellow flowers. Just a small taste of it in the area. There is a ton of it. You can smell this bee yard when you're coming up the hill. And as I said, some people, I guess, smells like gym socks. So we're not collecting that honey, but we're blessed here in Michigan to have this. Not all years are good as the other. I anticipate this one to be a good year. It's based on the rain the month before, and we finally got some good rainfalls, and then it stopped. So I'm hoping for a good year of the goldenrod. I use the goldenrod to boost their weights without having to feed them a bunch of sugar syrup, which costs money and only brings down the profit. So anyways, goldenrod season is here, and there's several different varieties of goldenrod. So this is, one of the first ones, and then they just keep blooming with slight differences and hopefully better nectar. And I can see the pollen going in right now, which is really good. So that pollen's stored for next spring's brood production. All right, so what are we doing here? We're up here to take off the Formic Pro mite treatments. 2 doses, 2 times a single dose each time. They have another option of a double dose for 20 days. I don't like that one. It's really, really harsh. I found lots of dead bees. Also, these have been on here slightly over the 85-degree temperature high for the Formic Pro. Even in the other yard, we're getting close to 88, 89 degrees, I think. So above it. That's another reason why I prefer the single dose. The double dose is just so harsh, especially as the temperatures go up. It's cloudy and overcast. I'm anticipating that these girls are not going to be happy. I should have done this yesterday, but I thought it was too overcast and they would be not happy. Yesterday was the day that this can come off, and I didn't do it, and today's worse, and I can't let it stay on any longer. You got to get this stuff off. What it does is it also stops, it creates a brood break. So you want to get it off so that she starts laying well again, because that's your winter bees, that's your winter preparation. Really not as potent anymore. One of the things I've mentioned several times is I didn't smoke immediately. I like to see how they're reacting to me instead of just always reaching for the smoke. So I'm going to test the weight on it by tipping it. And for a single, it's light, but I'm not going to feed them yet. Just to try and save some money. Plus I don't have all the setup here to be feeding them. I'm going to experiment with not feeding them. So here you go. I always say the bee faces. It always seems like at the top of these frames, there's more of them staring at you than there isn't. Good population of bees, very calm. Okay, so in all honesty, there really isn't much more to see than that. They're gonna get their inner cover back. There's some bees on here. And get their outer cover. Got to get the weight on them. Good thing is their treatments are over for the Formic Pro. They'll probably get some oxalic acid vaporization at some point later on, because this Formic Pro kills anything on them, kills anything in the cells. we should be good with mites for a while if everything's worked well. Off to the next one. So this one was the shakedown swarm, really, really large. Anticipating that I'm going to be taking this third box away because I would prefer, I think, for them to go into winter. As 5/5. But I could be wrong. You know, 5-frame nukes is new to me. I mean, the weights are the same, they're just different configurations, so I have to pause and think a little bit about where I want them at. So that seems to be about the same as the other one. They're coming up out of here a little bit hot. And I can see that they're already drawing in this third box. Oh man. I guess I'm wrong. So here's your first box. You can see they're already working it. And then here's your second. All that wax tells me that this thing's probably packed out. And the lightness of this colony is coming from that third box. So I am going to smoke them, see how they react. I want to try and push some down. There's one in here that looks like it was, this one right here is not dated. So that tells me it was likely a donated frame. This thing's heavy. We even got brood on the outside frame. Queen could be on here. That was kind of a dangerous move. With how thick that frame is, I probably should have grabbed one that wasn't as thick. Decent brood. She's got a lot of room on this side to start laying. Because the frame, the queen could have been on here. And you don't want to roll her. You want to go slow. I think I'm just going to go ahead. Put this one on, hopefully calm them down a little bit. Still got to get in the bottom, get that formic. All right. That's a pretty good weight, actually. Like I said, what's been in that second box. Get a weight on this one. Back up. They're not terrible, but I knew they wouldn't be happy. Come on. Not bad. So the last one in this yard, this was caught at our B yard, I believe. Not doing good. And a completely different story up here in this third box. Now these third boxes were mostly, my plan was mostly for ventilation. And I brought a frame because at the time these girls were having a hard time filling out this second box. So I'll test the weight. It's pretty light. I gotta get used to lifting 5 frames though. So it looks like they're still having a little bit of a problem up here. I just don't know which one, if any, to take. This comb that I brought would be bait comb. So this right here is perfect bait comb. Had several cycles of brood raised in it, propolis all over it, dry, no resources. But holding it for the winter, for next year to bait, when a colony has frames like this and I'm trying to get them to 10, doesn't make sense. So when you take down your swarm traps, if you have any bait comb and you have any problematic colonies, give them that bait comb. These girls, that's 3/4. So this frame's full-ish. This one's about 3/4. This one's about 3/4. That one needs some work. They all still need some work. Hopefully the bottom does not. This is a tremendous blessing to them. Especially, I'm fortunate with the location I'm placing it, right in the middle. It's ready to be laid. Her Formic Pro, the Formic Pro of the colony just came off, which, as I said before, causes a brood break. You know, almost, as far as I understand it, almost all the treatments cause some type of a break in brood, which is part of their effectiveness because the veromite breeds in the cells. So I'm just going to shake that down out here. Should have been faster. They're already starting to pour out a little bit. So I moved away a little bit to give you a better idea of what I mean by shaking them down. So it's simply that, right? We're going to clear them of all bees and set them off to the side. So this was the top box. Trying to not set it on the ground, get it all dirty. It's gonna go into storage again. They're up here. They ain't doing anything because they're all on the sidewall. And there's no way, I'm gonna say no way, even with feeding, they could get that drawn out. So we're taking it away. Anyways, there's your update of the holding yard. We got everybody at the honey yard that needs to be on Formic. This yard's pretty much done, other some oxalic acid treatments and possibly some feeding at some point. I'm trying to avoid it. They're looking good, and if we have a good goldenrod flow, I think they can fill these out on their own, and I like that better. So anyways, I hope your bees are well. Hope you're getting ready for next year to catch some bees, because the preparation starts now. Thanks for watching.